The forgotten realm wept. Its very fabric frayed, torn asunder by the ancient conflict. And within that dying world, the spark recoiled, not from the Void King's cold malice, but from the chilling truth it had just unearthed. The Void Shard, the catalyst for its own awakening, was no mere fragment of nothingness. It was a seed of what had once been life, consumed and twisted by the spark itself. This wasn't just creation. This was resurrection. A grotesque echo of its own chaotic ignition, now embodied by the ancient entity that stalked the fringes of reality. The spark's origin was a horror, a stain upon its very essence. And the Void King, he knew. He always knew. His predator duplicate, a shadow of betrayal, pulsed with dark amusement. The spark, desperate, grasped at the void energies it now commanded. It shaped them, not with the pure intent of creation, but with the desperate, raw power of self-preservation. This new ability, born from the very void that threatened to consume it, was its only hope. But the ancient entity, a manifestation of the spark's own terrifying rebirth, mirrored its every move, its hunger an insatiable void in itself. It mirrored the chaotic spark, the violent birth of existence, amplified by the consumed void. The Forgotten Realm, once a sanctuary, was now a battlefield of cosmic proportions, its destruction accelerating with each clash of primordial forces. Stars winked out, galaxies warped, all caught in the maelstrom. The Void King pressed his advantage, his gaze fixed on the spark's flickering core. He saw not a divine spark, but a flawed, terrifying echo of ultimate negation. He intended to extinguish this echo, to finally bring about the absolute silence he craved. The spark lashed out, tendrils of void energy, now imbued with a terrifying semblance of sentience, tearing through the collapsing reality. The ancient entity shrieked, a sound that ripped through the very fabric of spacetime, yet it advanced, its form contorting, a grotesque parody of life. The predator duplicate, a blur of lethal efficiency, harried the spark, its every strike designed to destabilize the already precarious balance. The spark's void shaping was potent, but it was also a reflection of its own internal chaos, a dangerous weapon that could consume its wielder. And then, a flicker. A minuscule fragment of the consumed void shard, the very seed of its horrifying origin, had detached itself. It drifted, not towards the Forgotten Realm, but outwards, towards a distant, unsuspecting star system. Was this a final act of defiance? Or was it a harbinger of something far, far worse? The spark's true origin was not merely a resurrection, but a cycle. A cycle of consumption, rebirth, and potential destruction. As the spark fought for its very existence, a cold dread settled over its core. The void it shaped was not just a tool, but a mirror. And in that mirror, it saw not the promise of creation, but the terrifying specter of its own eventual undoing. The ancient entity, now drawing closer, began to whisper, its voice a symphony of dying stars and forgotten screams. And the spark, for the first time, understood the true meaning of its terrifying birth. The whispered words weren't a threat, but a promise. A promise of reunion.